Hi there, welcome back to my channel, Healing with Kearra. So today we're going to do a love reading. At the time that I'm posting this, Venus is in a retrograde, which I've been making lots of videos about. So if you don't know what that is or you're not aware of how that could affect you, you can check out different videos on my channel talking about that. But currently, around the time that this is posted, um, while Venus is in its retrograde, it's getting very close to the sun. And tonight, early tomorrow morning, uh, the Venus retrograde and the sun will be in a conjunction. So, lots of interesting energy, or just things could be illuminated right now. Things could be kind of coming out or coming up, starting to see things that you couldn't necessarily see before. So I made a whole video talking about it a little bit more and talking about uh, just the collective energy, which I'll have linked in the description box below if you're curious or interested in knowing a little bit more about the transit and what you can expect during this time. And yeah, like I said, you can also check out any of my Venus retrograde videos to learn more about how that can affect your life. Yeah, right now we're just going to do a love reading and just look into anything Spirit wants to say or wants us to know about a current love connection or someone on our mind, someone around us. We'll just see whatever comes through to try to help give us all a little bit of clarity and guidance in case this specific transit is kind of triggering or exceptionally difficult to get through. Might be kind of just like an unexpectedly more wild and chaotic weekend than you would have hoped or wanted, right? And then coming next week on the 16th, early in the morning, in where I am in the US in Colorado. Yeah, really early Wednesday morning, we're having a new moon. And so the new moon will be in conjunction with the Venus retrograde as well, being so close to this transit. So that's going to be all just an interesting mix. And so I'm going to be making a couple different videos talking about that next week. So look out for those if that is interesting to you at all. Yeah, right now, if you're seeing this at the time that this is being posted, then we could very well be like in the midst of the conjunction. So yeah, Venus, as it appears to move backwards in the sky, is going to come across or directly cross paths with the sun, creating what's called a conjunction. So we're going to see what Spirit wants to warn us about or let us know, or what could possibly come up for us in our relationships during this time. Okay, so we're going to look into the other person. Oop. And then you, and we'll just look into that first and see if that resonates with you. Okay, hang on one second. I'm gonna really just. Okay. I'm gonna put my deck over here. So, for the other person, we have the Knight of Stars, Justice. So, with the Knight of Stars, I believe that's similar to the Pentacles. So it could have taken someone a long time to come around or to get to a place that they needed to or to be able to see something clearly, but it's like they finally do, or justice has been served in some way, or the scales have been balanced out, so tables could have kind of turned. Um, yeah, for them, it's like they're going through. So we have the King of Wands at the bottom of the deck, and then the Ten of Cups underneath that. So it's like this person is finally came to a place where they're emotionally mature enough to um, offer something in return, or to like offer a balanced relationship, or to give a fair commitment in some way, but it could have taken them a long time to come to this point or to come around in some way, but it's like this was their intention. Even if they were like moving really, really slowly, it's like this was their goal or their intention in some way, and now it's like they finally feel capable of offering it. So it's like they'd like to come forward or move in a certain direction, but then again they could be still like moving really slowly here, but they just have a very like genuine intention to give in a fair way, um, make some sort of healthy change, see something they needed to see, like cut certain things out of their life that needed to be removed. So for you, it's like you're coming out of some kind of a tower moment, and so it's like you could have had like a tower moment in the past and you had to kind of heal. So it's like something happened in the past that really threw you off, or like, okay, so in the past you could have had this desire to have a really stable, healthy, committed relationship, to have a partner who was like really mature and well balanced and capable of like providing some sort of structure or commitment, or like being able to offer something or give something in the long run over time. um, you could have thought that you had that or felt like you were in that or you were working towards that, and then all of a sudden you had like something happened, or you felt really betrayed, or you had to go through some sort of swift, sudden, chaotic change or disrupts, right? Some sort of tower moment. um, you could have realized like you were being manipulated here, um, or that you were just going through like way more chaos, or you kind of had to like fight your way out of something after waking up and realizing you were being manipulated. So then it's like you had to isolate yourself in order to heal from some sort of chaos that you went through. You had to remove yourself and isolate in order to heal or put the pieces back together in some way in your life. Because because it's like this was your goal, this is what you thought you were working towards, but you had to like suddenly realize that this wasn't it, and then like swiftly remove yourself from something that became toxic, or like from something that had too much power or control over you. And then you had to just like go and heal and work on yourself so that you could like call in someone on this level, or someone who could be really stable and committed and like offer you back in return what you actually wanted. So there's like another person here who um like basically was taking a really long time to like come around, or to see something that they needed to do, or see something in general. It's like they were really hesitant to make some sort of a judgment call. It's like taken them a long time, but then finally being able to make some sort of choice that they needed to, or make some sort of judgment call, like remove things they didn't weren't serving them, or balance out their life in some way. It's like they finally feel free to be able to give, or just like in a healthier place, a more stable place within themselves, so they feel ready to move forward and um like I was saying, like give back to a relationship like in a healthy and fair way, to be able to be like balanced in a commitment. But it's taken them a long time to like come around, or to get to this point, and they're still kind of like moving really slowly. So for you, um well, I guess we'll get more into with your guys' energy here, but yeah, I was just hearing that it's like with you, you may not feel like they're doing a whole lot, or you may not see a lot of like progress or growth here, but it's like um, they just kind of move at a slow pace, or it's just taking them a long time to be able to emotionally adjust to like certain changes they've had to make, or yeah, just certain lifestyle shifts in order to be more well balanced. It's like they have to go a little bit at a time. It's like all they can handle, even though to you it feels like it should be like all at once or something. Like um you just like want it to like already be there, or want someone who's already ready to give you like everything that you could want to give back in return, like right away all at once. But it's like this person does have genuine intentions, or like intentions to be really fair here. It's just they're moving at their own plate, at their own pace, or yeah, it just takes them a long time to like come around, or like warm up to things. Like the turtle, slow and steady wins the race. So I'm gonna get the connecting energy, their energy towards you. Okay, the connecting energy, their energy towards you. So we have the star at the bottom of the deck. It's like having hope, or again, it's like trying to balance out their emotions. So like the other person could be just trying to um like I said, balance things out for themselves, or be able to like emotionally adjust to like what they're seeing, or the changes they're having to make, or it's like kind of overwhelming for them. They can't just like do it all at once and like rush in one direction. It's like they have to be really thought out and practical in some way in order for them to just like feel comfortable. It takes them a long time to come around to things, but it's like they do have this genuine intention to uh like balance, yeah, create some sort of balance within their emotions, or find some sort of um peace within themselves along the way, and not like create more issues, or to like create more distrust within you, or like put you through the same things you've already been through before or hurt you in the same ways you've already been hurt. It's like they don't have bad intentions here. They could feel really, really passionately about you here and actually care a lot, or they have really, really strong desires, but it's like they're trying to uh, find a balance or just kind of hold their faith and like follow the path that they feel like guided to follow in order to go about things like in the best way or to keep like integrity in the situation or something. Yeah, the King of Crystals, it's like they have these intentions to come at the situation in like a really respectable way. They want to be able to be really solid. They want to make sure um whatever they provide here, it's like they think it through really, really well. Or yeah, it's like the reason that they take so much time is because they have to yeah, just really think things through, and they could just be like an intellectual or an overthinker sometimes. It's like they have to think about something from all sides and really try to find the best like approach to the situation in some way. But it's like you, they could have been like really hurt in the past or had to overcome a lot of like emotional manipulation from others or like people keeping them um kind of like just disillusioned or held down by just manipulative games, to where they couldn't really see straight or think clearly about like the choices they're making or how they were investing themselves in some way. So yeah, but like that's something that you went through, right? Like you recently went through some sort of, or what, maybe not recently, but that's like a relative at some point, right? You went through some sort of like chaotic situation here. So it's like, yeah, your person could have also went through that, and that's why they're like pretty understanding of that or something. But it's like because they went through that, it's like they are trying to stay optimistic and believe the best in the situation and not be like overly guarded. But at the same time, it's like they had to get to a certain place within themselves emotionally or like gain a certain like inner strength in order to heal or come out of something or overcome the way that someone else was like affecting them mentally and emotionally, like kind of like emotionally manipulating them to keep them held back in some way, or there was some element of the relationship that was really toxic or hurtful to them that they weren't able to see very clearly. So they're not as quick to just like let their guard down and be super open like right away. They try not to be like jaded, and they try to have like the best intentions and um stay open or believe that if they continue to like work on something or work on themselves, that things could like go in a really positive direction. It's like that the way that they feel could actually work out for themselves this time, and they won't end up getting like hurt in the same ways because they could feel just as passionately towards you as they have like towards something in the past that really hurt them. So then it like triggers them and makes them kind of want to like turn away from it or like put their guard up. But it's like instead of doing that, they're trying really hard to like hold the faith and like trust in something or to heal from something in some way. And like you're trying to do the same thing, right? Like heal from some sort of uh chaos or like unexpected um craziness where you suddenly had to see that like someone wasn't being straight up with you, or you were also being kind of like manipulated in some way. So you've both went through situations like that, and you know what it's like to have to suddenly like overcome something or just like remove yourself something for the betterment of yourself or to be able to preserve yourself in some way. And so um they have to like really think something through, or yeah, they almost overthink, but it's not to the point where it's like holding them back anymore. It's like they've been able to see something clearly here or find some sort of revelation or like justice or clarity within the situation where they do feel confidently to move forward, like the situation would be well balanced or fair, or like you would give back in the same way that they want to give, or they feel as though they've healed enough to where they're capable of like offering some kind of commitment, but it's like they want to take things really slow because they just want to continue to make sure that they're seeing things really clearly and that like you guys are both on the same page, and that they're not going to end up getting like hurt in the same ways, or just end up getting blindsided, or just have like just let their passions overly lead them to where then they can't realistically see the practicalities or the dynamics of how something's actually happening around them. They're just kind of like fooled by their emotions, or like the way they feel for another person. So yeah, it's like they want to make sure they um, that's why they feel more comfortable going at like a slower rate, is so that they really make sure that um, they're continuing to see clearly and think clearly and make really empowered decisions that are healthy and well balanced and well thought out. Um, you could kind of feel the same way, but then we have the Eight of Wands here for you. So it's like your energy towards them is like you would be a lot more quick or a lot more passionate. Like you would kind of just, you kind of know exactly what you want and how to get there. And you would just kind of like not necessarily rush in, but like go all in, or just like not really hesitate or hold back. But then it's like you sense that this person still has their guard up in some way. And so you try to find ways to like penetrate that or like get through to them so that you guys can um, like accelerate a little bit quicker here. But then that could kind of like freak them out or make them feel a little bit uncomfortable. But for you, it's like with this bird here, you could feel kind of like divinely led, or you feel like that's what you're supposed to be doing, or like what um, you feel like that's like being able to appeal to them or get through to them in some way, get them to see something about you will open up a situation to where then you'll be able to just like move really quickly or just make something happen. Um, Again, it's like you know exactly what you want, and so you have this idea or this vision how it could like all come together really smoothly. But then yeah, it just kind of like freaks this person out because it's like they need to go slower here in order to just feel more comfortable and secure, or like in order to know um, that like you have good intentions, or you're not gonna like hurt them in the same way they've been hurt, or that everything is like really fair, in order to like feel confident that they're continuing to make like fair decisions for like themselves and the relationship. It's like they need to take their time and like think things through as they progress in order to feel really secure and confident with um, the way things are happening or the decisions that they're making, in order to know that like they're not being led or like emotionally manipulated, or yeah, like stirred up or led in any direction by anyone else. It's like truly authentically what's best for them or what they want. um and they do really want you here, like with the Four of Wands. It's like they do really want to choose you, or they see you as this like counterpart, or they feel like coming together with you would be this like something that they would really want to celebrate, would make them really happy. So it's like they could have just been like um, single for a long time, or kind of like alone for a long time, or they haven't really like chose someone or committed to someone very deeply in a long time. So they feel like finally like choosing you or like settling down with you would be like this sweet victory, or like this end of the road, or an end of a kind of like a long journey of like working on themselves and getting to a place where they were capable of moving in that direction and offering that type of commitment or stability. But again, it's like as they progress, or as you guys go along here, it's like they want to just move really slowly so that they can continue to make sure that um, they're really thinking things clearly, or again, that it's like as they make decisions, that it's coming from a place of being really stable, really well balanced, really well thought out, like making the most mature, healthy, stable decision. But they're also trying to like trust in the divine too, and just kind of like it's like they don't want to like rush it because then they don't want like you guys to be the ones to like kind of overly control the situation. It's more of like surrendering and taking your time and letting the divine lead you in the direction that you're supposed to be in. So it's like if that is together, then that means that that's obviously the relationship that spirit would have for you guys, and then you don't have anything to worry about. Um, then you can just like dive in like the way that you would like to, because it's like you know that that's the partnership or the counterpart that like spirit would have for you or have in mind for you, or that, like that's like the path that you're meant to be on, for your like your highest growth, or um, yeah, it's like they just kind of trust or believe that like you guys are meant to come together, or to come to, it's like you're meant to like be come together to connect with each other in order to progress into your next phase of healing together, in order to like help each other grow in some way. So they're just kind of trusting that if they take their time and they just have really genuine intentions, that spirit will lead you both there, draw you both there. If they're following spirit and you're following spirit, then you'll both just be kind of like led to the same direction or the same destination. I mean, if it's meant to be or something. And so let's get some past, present, and future. Ooh, so we have the devil in the past. So yeah, it's like you guys were both in like lower level vibration connections where you were being really manipulated, and again it's like you both could have felt like really held down by the illusions or by the games that, or the emotional hold these people had over you. So it was really really difficult to rise above this and to like overcome this, and to get to a certain place within yourself where you were strong enough to not let these people affect you or have any sort of power over you. Um, so now it's like you take it really seriously, like your mental health, or like you, the other person especially, it's like they really make sure to like take their time and approach things in the right way in order to make sure that no one else has like that much power over their mental state or the way that they're making decisions, or um, it's like really important to them to always make sure that they're like thinking really clearly, and that the choices that they're making are coming from like their highest self, and that they're always doing what's best for them in order to continue to allow them to grow and not be like held down or held back, um, in these kind of like more karmic style connections where it's like you, it's really hard to like progress or to free yourself out of them because of like the emotional games, or just yeah, it's like you get kind of like held hostage in these like toxic relationships, and um they just really want to make sure that like what you guys are building, it's like as you're progressing through each stage, that it continues to stay like really fair for both of you, or that you both still feel like free and liberated, and that like you're there because you want to be there, because you feel as though um that's like the right connection for you, or like your divine counterpart, and not because of like some sort of weird games or some sort of guilt or something like holding you down or holding you back or keeping you stuck in something that you don't want to be in or doesn't make you happy. um so that's like the past. The present, we have the Ten of Stars in the present energy. So again, it's like they're trying to build something really stable and long lasting, something that you can continue to grow from. And like they have really, really genuine intentions to set things up in such a way so that like you could have a deeper level commitment here that would bring about like extending your family in some way. So yeah, they could like really desire to have like children with you, like marriage and kids, or just like a lot of stability in some way, or they want to like set something up in some way to where then it can like give back to the family over time, or like have something for your kids to inherit. Yeah, like something that's like really long lasting and like giving back, or um prosperous, or like nurturing people in the long run for generations to come or something. It's like they're actually very serious here. So it's like they feel like the best way to set up the best foundation, or to go about things in the most balanced and healthy way, is to like really take their time and continue to think things through, because they are very serious about you, or they do like really want to choose you, in whatever way that that means to them or you, however it resonates. It's like they want to choose you in such a way that you guys can set up like a really proper foundation in order to build from and continue to be able to grow together, like in the long run. We have the world in the future. So it's like really truly ending um a cycle of the past, or like truly um, going about something in such a way that like truly ends the confusion of the past, or just like the emotional games, and just all the things that kind of like keep you held down or held back, that you guys have both went through or experienced in your previous relationships. It's like neither one of you are going to have to experience that anymore, because you're working towards like building something really solid, genuine, and long lasting. So it's like you can um, truly end the cycle, or say goodbye to a cycle of like people being able to come in and manipulate you or take some sort of power over you, because it's like, um, yeah, you know exactly what you want, they know exactly what they want. And it's like if you both want to build and grow together, then you're not going to be vulnerable to um, other people's like weird games, or their like weird intentions for either one of you. It's like you're completely moving out of that arena, right? Off the market, not even open to, um, even if it's like you may not believe that, or it's like it could be like moving so slowly that you kind of like question if it will ever get there. But it's like actually going about it in this way, or doing something completely different than either one of you have done before, could really help set you up to have the most stable foundation, to be the most successful in the long run, and have um, what you really both desire here. So I'm just going to get one oracle card, and then we're in the extended reading. I will do a deeper look into the other person. So I'll look into the other person, where they're at, what they're doing, their energy towards you, their thoughts, and their feelings. In the extended reading, which I'll have linked in the description. Ooh, safe travel. And healer. What do you know? Love it. Okay, I'm going to read both of those for you. A trip, a journey, or even a simple change of scenery is upon you. Meditate on this before you start a new adventure, move to a new home, or take a trip. Yeah, things could be progressing much quicker than you even realize. It's like this person just had to really take their time and think things through in order to get to this point to make this decision here. Um, but yeah, in the extended, we'll look deeper into them, right? With them and where they're at and what they're doing right now, their energy towards you, their thoughts, their feelings. So we'll just give a little bit deeper, more context of to like where they're at right now in this moment as far as um, a commitment, if you will, or a timeline. But um, yeah, I'll read that again. A trip, a journey, or even a simple change of scenery is upon you. Meditate on this before you start a new adventure, move to a new home, or take a trip. And then we have healer. You are a healer. Fear not your own ability to be a light worker or a way shower for others. Drawing this card can also symbolize that a healing in its highest form is available to you now. If you have pulled this card in regards to a relationship or situation, please know that there is a powerful exchange of energy here. Meditate when you are wanting to heal on the physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual plane. Yes. Um, yeah, it may not feel like it or it may feel really confusing at times, but everything is unfolding in such a way to help both of you to continue to grow and heal. And this will just help serve you in your relationships and um, the love that you can share with one another in the long run. So trust in the plan and trust in spirit. Yeah. That is all I have for this love reading, kind of looking into the uh, Venus retrograde coming into conjunction with the sun this weekend in August of 2023. Um, so if you watched this far into the reading, I really appreciate it. And if you're interested in the extended, like I said, we're going to look into the other person, where they're at, what they're doing, their energy towards you, their thoughts, and their feelings. That will be linked in the description down below. And I hope you have a wonderful night. Thank you.